Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now I rise today in favor of my amendment, number 63, which would reduce the salary of Director Shah of the Department of Energy's Loan Program Office to $1. And I'll explain why. Director Shah oversees the allocation of grants and loans for clean energy initiatives funded through both the Inflation Reduction Act and the bipartisan infrastructure law. And I point out I voted for the bipartisan infrastructure law, so it particularly disturbs me. As this administration continues to prioritize dubious green initiatives, American energy prices have gone up, not down. Our strategic reserves have been not increased but depleted, and reliable energy sources are being overlooked in favor of less reliable energy sources. Mr. Shah has played a critical role in that decline, and he's hurt America. Beyond his advocacy for the Green New Deal, Mr. Shah's conflict of interest, and this is what's particularly disturbing, and questionable business practices are deeply troubling. Let me explain. Mr. Shah was the president of Generate Capital. He provided a $100 million loan to Plug Power, a company that develops hydrogen fuel cells. Later, as director of the Loan Program Office, Mr. Shah proceeded to give Plug Power $1.66 billion loan guarantee, but this came from the Department of Energy, tax dollars. Mr. Speaker, your tax dollars, Americans' tax dollars. In 2023, surprise, surprise, Plug Power proceeded to report over $1.3 billion in losses. This raises serious concerns about Mr. Shah's ability to conduct proper risk assessment and the decision-making process that he has as director, as well as concerns over his potential undue influence and favoritism within the loan process for companies he has relationships with. And again, that's what Americans are tired of. They're tired of the good old boy system. They're tired of money going to people that are connected. Mr. Shah also approved a $3 billion partial loan guarantee to a company we've heard of, Sonova. It's a solar company with a history of questionable and aggressive sales tactics and some ethical issues, including pressuring vulnerable customers into expensive, long-term contracts that they didn't want or need. It highlights another example of Mr. Shah's questionable financial oversight ability, but it also breaches the public trust when such companies receive billions upon billions of dollars that are taxpayer dollars. Mr. Shah has also admitted under oath, and I want everybody to listen to this one, he said it under oath, he attended paid conferences where he got paid, where applicants to the loan program office were present, and they paid to be there to hear Mr. Shah speak. Got to wonder about that one. It raises serious pay-to-play concerns and is another example of his potential conflict of interest playing a role where he allocates loans as a director. In light of these serious concerns, it is imperative that we take decisive action to restore public trust in government. We work for the public. They don't work for us, again. And we got to punish bad behavior, and this administration does not. By passing my amendment, which reduces his salary to $1, Congress will send a clear message that ethical lapses are not tolerated and conflicts of interest are not tolerated and will not be accepted. I urge all of my colleagues to support it, and with that, I reserve.